Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Run It Up Wednesday from the Get Money Show. I am your host, Gwen Jameer, and I am so excited to bring you this topic today because it's been a couple of weeks since we had a live session, and that was because I was running the Fix My Money Challenge. So I'm going to wait for some of y'all to get up in the room so we can get into this topic. If you are watching on Instagram, what's up, Instagram? If you're watching here on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? I am going to be moving my head back and forth, as you will see, just like this, because I'm talking to YouTube over on this screen and Instagram over on this screen. So if you see me moving back and forth or my eyes diverting, that is why. So today we're going to be talking about your state owing you money and how to claim it, right? Most of us have money at our state or states that we used to live in, and we don't even realize it. And so we're going to get into that. But before we do, let me know where you are watching from. If you are watching from Georgia, Ohio, Puerto Rico, India, Japan, all places that have been on my lives before, let me know where you're dialing in from. I would love to shout you out and say, hey. So let me know what's going on. Before we get started, also, if you are not yet a member of the Get Money Crew on Facebook, you are going to want to make sure that you join the Get Money Crew. I will drop the link over here on YouTube. Unfortunately, on Instagram, I don't have that option. But if you would like to be where the real party is, you Instagrammers, you're going to want to come over to YouTube. Okay. Everybody's going to be over on YouTube. The comments are going to be popping, and I get the opportunity to actually post links to share with you guys what I'm trying to say. I don't have that option over on Instagram, unfortunately. So if you want that experience, you got to come over here on YouTube. Just search for the Get Money Show on YouTube and you will find it just like that. All right. So Jasmine is coming in from Eagle River, Alaska. I saw somebody coming in from Southfield, Michigan over on Instagram. On YouTube, we got Jasmine, and the message just went out. So people should be joining on YouTube in just a minute. So I'm going to drop the link in YouTube for those of you who are not yet members of the Get Money Crew so that you guys can go ahead and join. If you're on Instagram and you don't want to join us on YouTube, you can simply search for Get Money Crew on Facebook. Okay. In that group, I share all kind of life hacks, money hacks, all sorts of ways for you to make more money than you've ever made before, more effortlessly. And who doesn't love effortless money? If you love effortless money, give me a 1 in the comments, because I love me some effortless money. I don't want to work that hard. I think we all don't want to work that hard. And so the rich and the wealthy, they actually benefit from passive income. And if you are in a place where you are currently trying to pay off your debts, which a lot of you are who took my Fix My Money challenge, right? A lot of you are in the process of trying to pay off your debt. If that is you, this is going to be extremely important for you, because if you can find money at your state that they already owe you, guess what? That's less money that you got to come out of because they already owe you money, right? So we're going to talk about it in just a minute. Maxine is coming in. Hey, Maxine. Jasmine says that she loves effortless money. So does Maxine. What about Instagram? Do y'all love effortless money, or y'all good with working like your fingers to the bone till you die? Like, let me know, because, that's not my ministry, but, maybe it's yours. Maybe it's yours. All right. Hello. YouTube. I see the YouTubers are starting to come in again. If you're just coming in here, let me know where you are watching from. Today, we're going to talk about where to find the money that the state that you live in owes you, or money that states that you used to live in owes you. All right. Personally, let me tell you a little bit of story. So personally, I have lived in the state of Michigan, and I lived in the state of Ohio. I'm originally from Ohio, but I live in Michigan now, right? Lived in Ohio for the first 26 years of my life. After that, I moved to Michigan. I've been here ever since, right? I had money in both locations, in both states, all right? And I have lived in Michigan for the past 15 years. I had money sitting over in Ohio for all this time and didn't even know it, right? And so it will just sit there. If you don't claim it, it's going to sit there. And eventually the state will get around to just discharging it, and you may not even have access to it. So we don't want that for you, right? We don't want that for you. What's up, Vanessa? Over on Instagram. Again, if you want to be where the party is, you're going to want to come over to YouTube, where everything happens. All the comments are coming in. Frank is from Alabama. Angela is in Florida. Angela, I don't think I knew you was in Florida. For some reason, I thought you were in like Mississippi or something. WH Productions is in Metro Atlanta, McDonough specifically. Linda is watching from Maryland. Hey, Miss Linda. Maxine is from Wichita. And again, we have Jasmine coming in from Eagle River, Alaska, all the way in Alaska. All the way in Alaska, we getting money everywhere. Okay, so let's get started, right? What up, though, Rocky? Okay, that's how I know my Detroit people is in the house, because she said, what up, though? Nicole is coming in from Michigan. Nicole and a bunch of other people were just in my Fix My Money challenge. I'm so excited to see you guys. Bordy is coming in from Florida. This is going to be so much fun, you guys. Okay, this is a really simple thing. And the thing I love about talking about money is that, as I've always said, money, getting money, generating money, making more passive money is actually really, really simple. The problem is that it's not easy. And it's not easy because it requires discipline, patience, and consistency. But this thing I'm going to tell you about today actually doesn't require any of those things. It just requires you to go to your state, fill out a couple lines on the screen, and get your money in your hand. Okay. Vanessa came over from Instagram. Hey, Nessa girl. Vanessa is coming in from the D as well. Luella is from Virginia. Hey, Luella. Hey, Boo. Hey, Karen. Kiana is coming in from Columbia, South Carolina. And Tommy, what's up, Tommy? Tommy's my homeboy from Ohio. Right. Went to my rival college. I won't hold that against you, but I still love you. All right. So if you are not yet a subscriber of the Get Money Show here on YouTube, I want you to make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave me a comment and hit the bell for notifications. Okay. If we've been doing this for a little bit of time, I need a commitment, right? I'm not I'm not the kind of girl you can just kind of like take out here and there. I need you to like actually make a commitment to me, and I make a commitment to you, and we're gonna go together. Okay. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that we can, be in this thing for real. And make sure you hit the bell, hit the like button. That does a couple of things. One, it lets YouTube know that you like this type of content. So you will continue to get content from other creators that are relevant to you making more money more easily, more effortlessly, more passively. Okay. That's the benefit for you. The benefit for me is that it allows YouTube to tell everybody else that is like you, hey, these people like this kind of content. We should serve this channel to more people, right? So we're currently working to get to 2,500 subscribers. We're currently at 2,000 and some odd people. So shout out to all you guys who got me to 2,000. I appreciate you. So hit the like and subscribe button. I would love it so much. Hey, Samantha. Hey, gorgeous. Glad to be here. I'm so excited to see you here too. All right. And last thing before I tell you everything to do, if you're not a member of the Get Money crew on Facebook, go ahead and hit the link in the comments that I just dropped. It'll take you straight to the Get Money crew on Facebook. It is a free group. I'm always dropping money gems in there. And if you want an even higher level of information, I'll tell you about how to do that in a minute. But let's get into the topic today, okay? So today's topic is how to find the money at your state. This is really, really simple, you guys. You guys are going to be so surprised at how simple this is and how much money you didn't realize that you had. As I was saying, I lived in Ohio and I lived in Michigan. In Ohio, I had $2,500 sitting in Ohio. $2,500 across different places that owed me money that I didn't even know. And they were all under my maiden name, right? So before I got married, obviously I had my maiden name. They were all under that. So if you are a woman and you are married, when you do the search, you're going to want to search for your if you're married, your current name and your maiden name, because it might be under an old name. Okay. Or if you have like a different name or alias, like if you go by, Jen instead of Jennifer, for example, it might be under that, for example. Okay. In the state of Michigan, I actually had $1,300 sitting in Michigan since like 2009. Didn't even know it, right? So that's like roughly around $4,000 that I had at two different states waiting for me, right? Tommy said, love you too, Gwen, for the win. We go together. Tell them we go together. He's so funny. Okay. All right. So first thing you're going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you because you're going to see how simple this is. It was just like mind blowing to me. Let me switch the screen so you guys can see it. So I can share my screen with you, okay? I think this is the share screen button. Okay, here we go. So first you're going to go to Google. And I'm going to pull that up right now. If I can find the screen. They don't make it easy. All right, share screen. Here we go. All right. Hopefully you all can see my screen. Do you guys see where it says Google over on the left-hand side? Let me know if you see where it says Google. Again, if you're on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see this because I got to show it on YouTube. Instagram doesn't give me that option, which is why you want to be over on YouTube. Okay. Do you guys see the screen? Okay. Jasmine says yes. Okay, great. So you're going to go to Google. All right. Hey, Nisette. All right. So you're going to go to Google and you're simply going to type in your state. So I'm in Michigan, right? So I'm going to type in Michigan unclaimed property. And it's going to take you to a specific site solely set up for all the money that's sitting at my state waiting for people to claim it. But the weird thing is they don't actually send you a letter or anything that says, hey, you have unclaimed money. You just have to somehow know to do this. But since you guys are on this live, y'all gonna know, okay? Other people, they ain't gonna know, but y'all gonna know. So I clicked on that. It took me to the Michigan Unclaimed Property website. And you simply just follow the steps, right? So every site, every single state in America has one of these sites. So if you're Georgia, Alaska, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Louisiana, whatever, you're going to type in your state unclaimed property, right? So this case, Michigan unclaimed property. So I go here and it says more than $600 million has been returned in the last 5 years. Start searching for your money in Michigan today. So you simply press get started. And you follow the prompts, right? So I'm going to just make up a name here, okay? I'm just going to make up, let's say, what's a pretty common name? I'm going to say Smith Jessica. Okay, I just made this name up. And this person is going to live in Detroit. I don't know a Detroit zip code, so I'm just going to press search and see if it lets me do it. All right. So all these are Jessica Smiths. Let's say I happen to be Jessica Monique Smith, right? So I can see that Jessica Monique Smith has under $100 due to her from this particular entity, right? Whatever it is, they don't tell you the specific amount until you go to claim. So you'll press claim and then you continue to claim. And then I'm not going to press file claim because this is not mine, but it allows you to say what your relationship is to the person claiming. So either if I'm Jessica, I will click myself or, what have you, any of these. And I'll click file claim. I will follow the prompts and they will send me my money. It is that simple. Now, I will say that sometimes when I've done this a couple times, sometimes I get the money right away. Other times the state will send you a letter that says, hey, we need you to prove that this is you and that this is your money, for example, right? And so if that's the case, then you got to follow a couple things and, just do what they ask you to do and that's it. And just like Lovely says, yes, if they ask you to pay, it is the wrong site. 100%. This is not a paid thing. This is 100% free. It should be through your state. And a good way to know is that the website should end in .gov, just like it does here. If it ends in .com, it is not the right site. If they're asking you to pay them, if they're asking you to do anything outside of just file this information, which is just your name, possibly your social security number, your address, basic information that you should know, it is 100% the wrong site. So thank you for saying that, Lovely. I appreciate that. Okay, that is simply how you do it. So let's do another one. Let's go to Alaska, because Jasmine's in Alaska. Let's say Alaska unclaimed property. Lo and behold, Alaska has an unclaimed property website. You click it. You type in your last name. Let's use a different last name. Let's use Williams, and let's use Alexander. I'm just going to press search. As you can see, this looks very similar to the Michigan one, right? It's just for a different state. All right, Alexander Williams. There's a lot of these people in Alexander Williams in Michigan. I mean, in Alaska, who is owed money. So we can see there's Alexander Joel Williams. I don't know why Sandy Williams came up. Maybe she's married to Alexander Williams. There's all these different ones. But let's say this particular Alexander Williams is in Jayber. So, he would click on that. He would then know by the zip code that it's probably him. Less than 25 or between up to $25. But this person's owed over $100. Now, It's never going to tell you again exactly how much you're owed until you go through the claiming process. I will say when I found out that I had $2,500 in Ohio, it said over $100. I didn't know how much over $100. I just knew that it was over $100. I've never really see it say anything beyond over 100. So you could be owed $101. You could be owed $3,000. Who knows, right? But the bottom line is that it's your money. So what happens and why, these things even occur in the first place is that sometimes you have tax refunds that didn't get delivered to you. You might have old security deposits that didn't get returned to you. You might have just anything that an entity owes you. If you like left one job and moved to another job and maybe transferred your 401k or something like that, and there was like some money wrapped up in there that they didn't move over properly all the way, it will be at the state, or it should be at the state, waiting for you to claim it. And if you don't claim it, it will sit there for who knows how long until the state finally just disperses of it and just it goes off into the wind. So if you want to get your money, I want you to give me a 2 in the comments. If you would love to go and get your money from the state and find out that you have anywhere from as little as $25 to all the way up to thousands of dollars sitting at the state waiting for you, give me a 2 in the comments. And you can see how simple this is. Let's use another state. Let's go to the state of somebody give me a state. Somebody tell me a state that you currently live in, and I'll use your state. Lots of 2s. Yes, we all want this money that's sitting at the bank, right? Not the bank, sitting at the state. 100%. And like I said, if you're currently paying off debt, if you took my Fix My Money challenge and you're in the process of paying off debt, which a lot of you guys are, if you're in the process of trying to start your 401, not your 401k, but starting your emergency savings account, right? If you are in the process of trying to build your stock portfolio, any of these sorts of things, right? You could take this money, you can simply use it, and you can spend it on whatever you want to spend it on, or an even better, smarter thought, especially if you're taking the challenge, is for you to apply that money to one of these things. So if you took my Fix My Money challenge, your first priority is paying off debt. Your second priority is building your emergency savings fund up to 6 months of your living expenses. And your third priority is to then start to invest whatever's left over into stocks, not bonds, but stocks and the ETFs and that sort of thing, so that you can then go ahead and start to, build a 7-figure net worth passively, right? So let's see. I'm gonna pick a state that I see. I see California from Gabby. Let's do California. So we're gonna do unclaimed. It's a California unclaimed property. There it is. You see it has the .gov. Remember, if it doesn't say .gov, it ain't it. If it says .com, let's see if we can scroll down and see some scammers. Let's see. These are all .govs, 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 .govs. Okay, California doesn't seem to have a whole lot of scammers trying to get you to pay them. But a lot of these places do. They'll say, pay us $500 and we'll find your unclaimed money for you. And you may not even have $500 waiting for you. Now you done paid them $500 and you only got back $25 and now you're out of $475. That's crazy. Right? All right. So again, this is the search for unclaimed property, and they make it really simple. For the most part, you just follow the prompts. So search for your property. If you need more information about unclaimed property through the state, there's that. And then once you've actually searched for your property and claimed it, this state in California actually allows you to check your claim status right online. So I don't see that in a lot of states. They don't always have where you can check the status of it, but California does. So that's really nice. So you will search for your property, and then you will follow these prompts, just like I said before. Name. This one's a little bit more granular. So you can type in your name, your address, your city, property number. You may or may not know that, obviously. And then you click I'm not a robot, and then it'll follow the prompts. It'll search for property. So let's see if we can come up with something. Let's try Donna Davis. Let's see what comes up. Probably a lot of Donna Davises in California. It may take a while, as you can see, it's spinning around. All right, let's see. So we've got a lot of Donna Davises. Now, of course, you can get more granular with this, right? You can get more granular and put in your city, your zip code, that sort of thing. I don't know the zip codes in all the cities in California, so I'm just listing something. But if it's you, you would then put in as granular as you can so you can make sure it's you, especially if you've got like a common name. So if your name is like a Donna Davis or John Smith or whatever, if your name is more uncommon, then you're probably good to go. Like Gabby, your name is not a super common name, so you probably be just fine. Or Talitha as well, that sort of thing. But if you're, if you've got a name that a lot of other people have, you're definitely going to want to be as granular as you possibly can. Kiana says, do you know how to find unclaimed money from a class action lawsuit that was filed against a company? A lot of times, Kiana, those will be in the same place. A lot of times those will be at unclaimed property websites through the state. The other way to find it is that you could find out who the law firm was that filed the class action lawsuit. So usually that's public information. You can probably just Google that. So if it's a class action lawsuit against, I don't know, let's say Peloton, for example, you could type in that Peloton class action lawsuit. If you look through the documents, it should then tell you who the law firm was that represented all the people in the class action lawsuit. And then you can contact the law firm and ask them where your money is as a part of that. So that's the second place I would look. First place I would look is unclaimed property. Second place I would look is the law firm that filed the lawsuit. Okay. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. All right. So anyway, back here, we see that this particular Donna Anderson Davis is owed, she's only owed $1.58 from Pacific Gas and Electric. Now, this website apparently gives you a very specific amount, right? So something you can see as little as 90 cents from somebody. Somebody else is owed $67, so almost $70. Somebody's owed almost $200 here. This person is owed $3,000. The estate of Donna Garcia, $3,000. They're owed $3,000. Oh my gosh. They don't even know it's there. Isn't that crazy? That's wild. Just imagine what you could do with $3,000 that's just sitting at the state waiting for you. And here's the other thing too. A lot of times if you're owed money, and this is what happened to me, if you're owed money from different companies, they will all be listed separately. So any one of these Donna Davises could have like between 2 and 7 to even 10 different entities that owes them money. So the $2,500 that was owed to me was not just from one company. One was from an old job. One was from an electric company, was a security deposit. Another one was from an old apartment that I used to live in. I didn't get my security deposit. They sent it over to the state. I had moved out of state, all that sort of stuff, right? So all this stuff was just sitting at the state, and it basically calculated up to $2,500. How could you, Luttrell says, how could I check if the state owes me? So see, Luttrell, you need to be over on YouTube, because YouTube, I can share my screen. I can't do that over here on Instagram. So Luttrell, what state you're in, first of all, you need to come over to YouTube. So on YouTube, search for The Get Money Show. You'll find me on YouTube live right now. Secondly, for anybody who's watching this on replay, how you would do it is you search for your state and the word unclaimed property. So let's say you're in Idaho, unclaimed property. If you're in Georgia, unclaimed property. If you're in Florida, unclaimed property, right? And then you just simply click on it. You make sure it says .gov. Do not click on a .com, because a .com is not legit. A .gov is going to be with your state. And then you would just simply follow the prompts. It's really simple. You put in your name, your information, whatever it asks you. You get as specific as you possibly can, and it will show you how much money you're owed. But like we just saw, there's this one lady who has $3,000 sitting at the state waiting for her. Let me know in the comments what you would do with $3,000 if you found out that was just sitting at the state waiting for you. What would you do with that money? Let me know. I want to keep looking to see what else is owed to some of these people. Let's see. We got $50. So here's a good example of someone who's owed multiple amounts of money. Okay. So we see this person here, Donna Lowe. Okay. See this person? She's Donna Lowe. This is her address. She's in Chino, California, right? Same address for all three of these. She has one company owing her $5.34, another one owing her $50, and another one owing her $50. And she's got a bunch of these. Look at this. All the way down here. She's got another one that owes her $273, another one that owes her $1, another one that owes her $155, two more that owe her $50 a piece. I mean, Donna Lowe got bang at the state. She got another one with $103, $150, $13. Like, she's got a lot of money sitting out there. So I don't want you to think that, well, oh, it's only 90 cents, or it's only $2, or it's only whatever, who knows? It might be, in the case of the one lady, $3,000. It might be in another case, in this case, like this Donna Lowe person who has, like probably close to $500, if not more. When she asked, I mean, we got 300 just between these two. Right here's another 400. Then she's got 273. That's almost $300. So we at what? 300, 400, 500, 600, $700. This is almost $200. So let's just round up. Now we're at, what we said, $700, $800, $900 just in those. And then she's got these smaller amounts, like $1 here, 50 cents there, or what have you. So amongst all of her things that she's owed somewhere around $1,000, just sitting at the state, waiting for her to get it. You're welcome, Latrell. Right? Angela says we're investing it or we're paying off our debts. Yes. Nancy says she's going to save it. What else would the rest of you guys do? Would y'all wouldn't do nothing with it? Because y'all not talking. Y'all wouldn't do anything with the $3,000. Y'all would just let it sit there at the state. Let me know, because if I had $3,000 that I found out was sitting at the state, which I did, I would use it to pay off my debts. If I had debt, that's the first thing I would do, and that's exactly what I did. I would use it to pay off debt. And then, hey, Latrell, you came over. Hey, sir, thanks for coming. I would absolutely use it to pay off debt. That's the first thing I would do. That should always be your first priority. Pay that debt off. Because the more you're paying somebody else, the less you're able to pay yourself. And we should always be paying ourselves first, but we can't even afford to pay ourselves first if we're paying somebody else first, right? So I would pay that debt off, and then I would put the rest of that money into my emergency savings account and make sure I have up to 6 months of an emergency savings. After that, it's going into the stock market. Let's do some math. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, okay? Because I think that you guys get the picture. All right, so let me switch this over real quick. Give me a second. All right, we're back in business. Okay, so let's do some math, because y'all know I just love to do money math. If you are part of my Fix My Money crew, let me know in the comments. Hey, Mike. Mike is on. He says, you get specific with your searches. Make sure you also search with previous zip codes. Some money I found was attached to addresses from years ago. Yes, that's exactly what I said earlier. So yes, so like I said, I found some money in the state of Ohio, where I'm originally from, under my maiden name, right, before I was married. And then I found money in the state of Michigan, where I currently live, and that money was under my married name, right? So again, if you're a person who has changed their name, or if you're someone who goes by, if you have a nickname, so if you go by, if your name is Alexander, you go by Alex, or Jennifer, you go by Jen, that sort of thing. Look under all the names that you've ever put down, because I found Gwendolyn, and I found Gwen as well. I found both money in each of those. So yeah, like Mike said, use all the previous zip codes that you can, or previous addresses, because you might have money sitting under different names, and that's really exciting. Okay, so let's do some math real quick, because I love math. If you were in my Fix My Money challenge, drop in the comments FMM. Say FMM if you're in the Fix My Money challenge. All right, let's do some quick math. All right, so for those of you who are not in the Fix My Money challenge, if you would like to get on the wait list, I'm going to drop the link in the comments, because we will be doing it again, probably closer to the end of the year. But the waitlist will get first dibs, just like waitlist got first dibs last time. And it does sell out. We had over 200 people in the last Fix My Money challenge. And I can only take so many people. So if you want to be in on it, make sure you put your name on the waitlist. I just dropped the link in the comments. Now, one thing that my Fix My Money challengers learned, my rich friends, hey, shout out to all y'all. So one thing that they learned is how passive income, or in this case, this isn't really super passive. It's just, it's money that's sitting there, right? But it's your money that we didn't really have to work hard for. When you put it into the stock market, how it can grow exponentially. Okay. So let's say in the case of this lady, Donna, I think it was Donna Garcia, right? Donna Garcia has $3,000 sitting in her bank. And so in the Fix My Money challenge, what we did is we took passive income from a high yield savings account, that if someone just puts some money into a high yield savings account and earns say $8,000 over the course of 5 years, which was very plausible for this example that we gave in the challenge. She put that money into the stock market and then invested it into an ETF or an exchange traded fund or into a certain stock. How much money that person would have gotten? Okay, so let's do some math. Let's say the same person, Donna Garcia, had her $3,000. So she had $3,000, okay, sitting at the state waiting for her. All right. Let's say that she took that money and she put it into let's say she put it into Nvidia. That's one of my favorite stocks to talk about. Okay, so Nvidia, if you don't know what Nvidia is they do a lot with AI. We know AI is really hot right now. They are a supplier to a lot of big companies that we know and love, like Google, Tesla, some Amazon Web Services, all that sort of stuff, right? So they have they're actually bigger now. They're the biggest tech company in the world. They are even bigger than Microsoft. They just overtook Microsoft a couple months ago. Okay. So Nvidia is a big company, but they may not be a household name to you, but trust me, they're that deal. Okay. So Nvidia, I think when we did the Fix My Money challenge, I'm going to Google this real quick. NVDA stock. Okay. So when Nvidia is currently trading, okay. Nvidia was, 5 years ago, was 2019. Nvidia was trading at $3.79. Okay. Follow me here. So they're trading at $3.79 5 years ago. $3.79. As of June of this year, they were trading at $1,600 per share. Okay. So we're going to say this is 2019. And then we're going to say 1,600 in 2024. Okay. All right. So this is how much Donna has. This is how much they were trading at in 2019. This is how much they're trading at in 2024, 5 years later. Okay. Let's say Donna had that $3,000. And I don't know how long it's been sitting at the state. As much money as she got sitting at the state, that money might have been sitting there for 10 years for all we know, right? But let's say she claimed that money. Let's pretend this is you. Okay. You claim that money because it's yours, it's sitting at the state. And you say, you know what? I'm going to put that money into stocks. I'm not just going to spend it on a big ass TV. I'm not just going to go on a trip. I'm going to actually make this money work for me. Okay. We're going to take that money. We're going to put it into stocks. So we got to figure out how much greater, how many times the gains were on that money. So if we do the math, I'm going to use my calculator here. Okay. So we can say that it was 1,600 divided by 379. That means that money increased 422 times. So it's 422 times more now in 2024, actually as of June 2024, than it was in 2019. Okay? Y'all follow me? Let me know if you follow me. Give me a 3 in the comments if you're following me. So the way we got that, I'm gonna write it down so you guys can follow along. We got 1,600 divided by $3.79. Okay, so $1,600 divided by 379 is roughly 422x. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to multiply that 422 by the 3,000 because that's how much more she would have made on that investment. Okay. So let me get another color. All right. So we're going to do $3,000. Oh, I don't like that color. You can't even see that. Hold on. Let's do orange. We're going to do 3,000 times 422x. Well, just 422 times. Okay. $3,000 is her initial investment from money that was sitting at the state she didn't even know she had. Okay. Times $422. Let's say she did this in 2019. So we're going to take 3,000 times 422. Y'all math geniuses, let me know how much money she would have right now. Let me know how much money she would have right now. That's how much money she would have right now. $1,266,000. If she had invested her $3,000 that was sitting at the state 5 years ago. Is that not mind-blowing? Is that not staggering? Can you guys see on Instagram? I know it's backwards. Yes, over $1.2 million, Nancy, in 5 years. In 5 years. This is how you make your money work for you. This is how you become one of the 1%. This is how you level the playing field. So all of you who are scared of the stock market, I need you not to be. I need you not to be, because the math is mathing. Is the math mathing? If the math is mathing, tell me yes in the comments. If it's not for you, tell me no. Because it's mathing for me. And here's the beautiful thing about this. None of this was money that Donna Garcia had to even work for. This is money that's sitting at the state, just waiting for her to use it. That's how you get smart with your money, right? Like not just taking the money that they have and then just be like, oh, I'm just gonna I'm gonna, renovate my kitchen. I mean, that's great, that's cool. But what if she took that money and then made this and then renovated her kitchen? Now she's got way more money left over, right? So bottom line is, go to your state and see if you have money sitting at the state waiting for you. And just like Mike said, actually go to other states that you used to live in as well and use all of the zip codes that you've ever lived in. Use all the addresses you've ever lived in. Again, if you have a common name like John Smith, that sort of thing, you're going to have to be more granular with your search. If you've got a more uncommon name like Gwen Jameer, for example, then you will more than likely be able to just search for your name. It'll be really simple. All right. So once you get that money, then be smart about it. Do what the wealthy do, right? They pay themselves first. So they would have taken this money, paid off the debt first, if they had any. Secondly, they would have taken that money and they would have created an emergency savings account. After that, they then would have invested in the stock market. But you got to do it in that order. A lot of times we want to get fancy too quick. We want to start trying to invest in the stock market, but we still got a ton of debt. And then what happens? We end up having all this debt and we still have money. We have money in the stock market. And what do we say? Like, oh my gosh, the debt is a burden on me. Let me just take this money out of the stock market and pay off the debt. That's backwards, right? Because you spent all this time. Remember, passive income is not fast income. That's something that my Fix My Money challengers had to learn, right? Passive income is not fast income. So when you are creating passive income for yourself through channels like the stock market or ETFs or things like that, and it grows over 5 years, right? That's not fast, but it did grow exponentially in 5 years, which she could have never saved that amount in 5 years. I highly doubt she could have saved 1.2 million in 5 years, but she can invest it because you can never save your way to wealth. You have to invest your money in order to grow it, right? In order to grow it to the levels that we want to grow it to. So people, they don't do things in the right order. They want to get to, how we all are. We're all this way, right? We all want the quick fix. We all want the end result before the work gets put in, right? So they want to get to the stock market stuff before they've paid off the debt. And then they end up having to take the stock market gains to pay off the debt. And now they're losing those gains. So don't do that. Pay the debt off first. That is your primary focus. You are using what Dave Ramsey would call gazelle intensity. You are, every extra dollar you get is going toward that debt. You have a side hustle or whatever, that money goes to the debt. You have somebody owes you money, they finally pay you back, that goes to the debt. Like everything goes to the debt. Once that's done, you can breathe a little bit easier. The burden is no longer on your shoulder. Now you can save for your emergency savings fund, and you can ensure that should any catastrophic financial event occur, you are all set, right? You lose your job, your child or family member has to go to the hospital, you got a huge hospital bill, all these things occur unexpectedly. You're set if you got 6 months of that saved up. After that, now we're in the stock market and we're making our money work for us because we got our foundation set. You cannot build a house with only windows and a roof. You gotta put down the foundation of the house first, right? And so that's exactly what we're doing here. So when you guys go to the state and you start looking for your money, I want my voice to be in your mind because I want you to be smart about whatever money you find. Whether you find $50, whether you find $500, if you find $5,000, I want you to be really, really smart about how you use that money. Okay. So that is the show for today. By the way, if you are not yet a part of My Rich Friends, which is just opened, shout out to all of you guys who are in it. I'm going to drop the link here for those of you who have not yet joined and want to join. You have until the 28th of this month to join it. And after that point, it will be closed. My Rich Friends is a higher level money membership where we talk about things, really how to get to that 7-figure net worth, right? So the things I talk about here on Get Money Show, these are more like basic levels. Those of you who are like, okay, I'm really, really ready to get to it. I'm really ready to accelerate my finances and my growth and all that sort of stuff with a community of like-minded people who are interested in doing that as well. Not just people who talk about it, people who are actually going to be about it. Then you're going to want to join My Rich Friends. The link is in the comments. The link will tell you everything you need to know about the membership. All right. Danny says, so much going on right now. She has to watch the replay. No problem, Danny. The replay is always here for you. Jasmine says, trust the process. Yes, trust the process. All right. You guys, thank you for joining today. It was been wonderful chatting it up with you. I'm so happy to be back. I really didn't have an opportunity to go live as often as I wanted to in the past month because I was preparing and executing the Fix My Money Challenge. But now that that's concluded, we are back in the saddle every Wednesday at noon. And I will see you guys next week for the next episode of the Get Money Show. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And make sure that you let me know in the comments when you go and you search for your unclaimed money. Let me know what you found at your state. I would love to find out if you had money there and how much. All right. Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.